The jungle floor is a tapestry of decay and life. Var moves across it with a silence that is its own language, a skill that places him among the clan's best hunters. He reads the bent ferns, the scuffed moss on a fallen log, the faint, lingering scent of a peccary. The air is thick, humid, a heavy blanket that smothers sound. In this world of prehistoric life, the senses are the first and last line of defense. Above, in the canopy, the calls of parrot-like birds are sharp and sudden. Var pays them no mind. They are the constant, chaotic noise of his world. His focus is on the ground. Kale watches him from a dozen paces back, a silent partner in the hunt. They move as two parts of a single organism. Their years of shared experience are bonds stronger than any sinew rope. Kale sees Var pause, his hand held up in a gesture of caution. He has found the trail. Var takes another step, parting a curtain of thick, waxy leaves, and disappears behind it. Kale waits, his spear balanced, his eyes scanning the dense undergrowth. He expects the familiar rhythm of the hunt to play out. The silence stretches. 1 second, 2. A bright blue bird, startled by something Kale cannot see, bursts from the foliage where Var vanished. It shrieks an alarm and is gone. Kale feels a cold knot tighten in his gut. The silence that follows is wrong. It is not the patient silence of a hunter, but the empty silence of absence. He moves forward, his own steps now loud and clumsy in sudden stillness. Var he whispers, the sound swallowed by the trees. He pushes through the same curtain of leaves. The small clearing beyond is empty. Var's spear lies on the ground, its flint head buried in the soft earth as if it was simply dropped. There is no blood. There are no drag marks. There are no footprints other than Var's. He is simply gone. The other hunters gather, their faces a mixture of confusion and growing dread. They search in widening circles, their calls to Var growing more frantic, more desperate. They are experts in this world. They know the signs of a raptor attack, the mangled dearth of a struggle, the scent of a predator's passage. There is nothing. It is as if the sky opened and swallowed him whole. It is a young hunter, nor who finds it. Tucked beneath the roots of a giant banyan tree, almost invisible, is a piece of the impossible. It is a net, but not like any they have ever seen. It is not woven from vine or gut. The fibers are impossibly thin, almost invisible, yet they are stronger than the thickest leather cord. The knots are perfect, a repeating pattern of such complexity and uniformity that it could not be the work of human hands. It is a piece of alien geometry dropped into their world of crude, functional tools. Kale touches it. The material is slick, cold. This was not a beast. A beast is an ambush predator, yes, but it is a thing of instinct, of fang and claw. This was a trap, a silent, perfect, intelligent snare. The fear that takes root in their hearts is something new. It is not the fear of being outsmarted. It is a primal, terrifying xenophobia, the sudden, world-altering realization that they are sharing their jungle with a mind, and it is hunting them. The net sits in the center of the camp like a dead god. No one touches it. It is an object of profound dread, a perfectly crafted question with no answer. Var's disappearance has broken the clan. The hunters no longer go out in pairs, but in large, nervous groups. The jungle, once their larder, is now a place of unseen, unknowable menace. Every rustle of leaves, every strange bird call, is a potential signal from the silent hunter. It is a battle of wits against a ghost. They are apes with sharpened sticks, and they are being hunted by a spider. Nia is the one who watches. She is not the strongest hunter or the fastest runner. Her skill is in seeing the patterns that others miss. While the men grip their spears and stare fearfully into the trees, Nia sits by the fire, her mind turning over the impossible facts of Var's disappearance. No sound, no struggle. A perfect trap. This is the work of a mind that understands them, that knows how they move, how they think. The study of cognitive archaeology attempts to reconstruct the thought processes of ancient peoples from their artifacts. Nia is practicing a living, terrified version of it, trying to build a model of a mind that is actively hunting her. She begins to experiment. She takes the hunters to the edge of the jungle and has them mimic the actions of a hunt. They move through the undergrowth, call out to each other, throw their spears at imagined prey. Nia stays back, hidden, watching, listening. On the third day of this strange pantomime, she sees it. A flicker of movement in the high canopy, a patch of bark that seems to shimmer and detach from the tree. It is not a chameleon, not a lizard. It is a camouflage so perfect it is almost a form of invisibility. A moment later, a sound echoes through the trees, a perfect mimicry of the alarm call of the blue bird that Kale saw before Var vanished. Nia realizes the terrifying truth. The creature had been watching Var and Kale. It had learned the bird's call, and it had used it to signal the deployment of its trap. A planner, it observes, it learns, and it incorporates that learning into its methods of capture. It is not a creature of rage or hunger. It is a scientist, and they are its specimens. This cold, detached intellect is its greatest weapon. But Nia, in her moment of terror, sees a flicker of hope. A mind that relies on logic and patterns can also be predicted. A scientist expects its experiment to follow the rules. What if the specimens refuse to behave as predicted? She gathers the clan. Her plan is madness. They will not try to fight the creature to match its stealth and cunning. They will do the opposite. They will be loud, chaotic, and illogical. They will use their greatest weakness, their emotional, unpredictable, ape-like nature as a weapon. They will present the creature with a problem it cannot solve, a set of behaviors so irrational that its logical mind cannot compute a response. They will not hunt the hunter. They will lure it by breaking all the rules of the hunt. The trap is not a pit or a snare, but a piece of psychological theater. The stage is a narrow box canyon, a natural dead end with only one entrance. The plan requires a bait. Kale volunteers. He is the clan's leader, and his guilt over Var's disappearance is a heavy stone in his heart. According to NIA's strategy of asymmetrical warfare, Kale will not act like a skilled hunter. He will act like a skilled hunter. He runs into the canyon, shouting and flailing his arms, pretending to trip and fall. He makes himself the most obvious, most vulnerable target imaginable. The rest of the clan, hidden on the cliffs above, begin to make a cacophony of noise, banging rocks together, screaming, creating a sensory overload. The creature, watching from its invisible perch, sees Kale's display. It is an anomaly, a deviation from all its observed data on human hunter behavior. Kale is acting alone. He is being loud. He is being clumsy. Its logical mind identifies him as an outlier, a weak member of the pack, the perfect subject for a simple, straightforward capture. Its cognitive patterns is its undoing. It descends from the canopy, a slender, insectoid being that moves with a silent, alien grace, its camouflaged skin rippling as it detaches from the trees. It ignores the noise from the cliffs, dismissing it as irrelevant data, the panic squawking of a primitive species. Its focus is entirely on the easy target in the canyon below. As the creature enters the canyon, Nia gives the signal. The hunters on the cliffs do not throw their spears. They push a series of massive, precariously balanced logs that they have spent 2 days maneuvering into place. The logs crash down, not on the creature, but at the mouth of the canyon, sealing the only exit with a wall of splintered wood. The creature is trapped. It turns, its large, black, unreadable eyes assessing the situation. It shows no fear, no panic. It has been outthought. Kale, no longer playing the fool, stands with his spear leveled. The other hunters drop from the cliffs, forming a circle. They do not know if they can kill it, but for the first time since Var vanished, the fear is gone, replaced by a fierce, defiant fire. They are no longer the specimens. They are the scientists now, and the experiment is about to begin. The greatest leaps in human evolution were not born of strength, but of desperation. When faced with a predator whose intelligence was a mirror to our own, we could not rely on the old ways. We had to weaponize the very things that made us weak, our capacity for illogical action, our willingness to sacrifice one for the good of the many. The creature in the canyon was a vision of a possible future, a cold, logical path that humanity did not take, We survived not by becoming perfect hunters but by embracing our own beautiful, unpredictable, and sometimes foolish humanity. We learned that the most intelligent opponent can be defeated by a strategy it cannot comprehend, and that the greatest weapon in our arsenal has always been our ability to break the rules. This is the chronicle of our ascent, not a grand march, but a desperate crawl, written in the language of stone, sinew, and stars. And sometimes the only logical move is to be completely illogical.